Welcome to this weekend's edition of Mocs News. I'm Alex McKay.
And I'm Olivia Brown. This past week, thousands paid tribute to the fallen military at a ceremony held at McKenzie Arena. Their memories were honored with music and words of tribute.
U.S. Vice President Joe Biden was one of the featured speakers. He said, quote, "To the families of the fallen, thank you for raising men and women with a keen sense of duty."
Mr. Mayor, as I told you a little bit earlier, you should be so proud of your city. Nothing can replace the sun who, as he walked away and turned and smiled at you, lit up your life, literally lit up your life just smiling at you. Made you realize how worthwhile life was. Or the husband who knew your fears even before you expressed them. The dad who tucked you in at night, just touched your face, made you feel so secure. The brother who always had your back. These are the men made of the stuff that makes this the greatest country on earth. They're what makes us who we are. They're the backbone, as these women and men here are. The virtual bone and sinew of this country. And in the face of dangers and threats, we look out for one another. We stand together. We never bow. We never bend.
One chapter of our history has ended, but we have begun anew. Even through the darkness, the world has seen our character. And our new day as a city has shown a community that refuses to be torn apart, that understands our essential duty as Americans is to shoulder some of the pay these mourning families must feel, that has shown compassion and unity and love under the most difficult of circumstances. We find no rest in our long night, but we pray, we serve, we listen, we learn. And we do so now in the hope and faith of a people of a summer morning who believe that today and tomorrow there is yet another light on the horizon. It is one city, Chattanooga strong.
Members of UTC's Veterans Association held a flag retirement on campus at Fifth Street Flagpole.
You get a little sad. I got a little choked up talking. It's still hard. It's not even a month has passed since the tragic incident. But all this is a way for us to heal and a way for us to come together. So we just wanted to do something so we can always remember, and there'll always be something here on campus. Chancellor Engel and everybody else, once I approached them about doing it, they were like, let's do it. Let's check to see if we can do it, how we can do it, and they were behind us 100%. So it's good to have a university stand behind us. A lot of universities don't really stand behind their veterans, or it's a little standoffish, but this university's been great to us. We just wanted to give a lasting memorial here on campus. Even though those 4 Marines and 1 soldier did not go to this university, it touched the university to its core.
UTC has signed a dual enrollment agreement with Chattanooga State. Students can now apply for admission simultaneously at both campuses while pursuing an associate's degree at Chat State. Students can then benefit from guaranteed admission to UTC. With dual enrollment, you get a UTC ID with access to events and services. This is the latest dual enrollment agreement signed by UTC. Earlier this year, UTC officials signed with Cleveland State.
So what did you do this summer? This UTC student was part of a medical mission to Haiti. She got to see conditions firsthand at a hospital in Liaguan. In her own words, here's what Kat Brewer experienced.
I think going into it, you don't expect to get out of it as much as I did, but it's not, you think that you're going to give back to somebody, but really you're going for them to give back to you and for you to gain all these experiences. So you think that, you know, everybody says it's so selfless, but really in a way it's almost selfish because you go and they're giving you so much and you're getting so much out of it. So we did several mobile clinics outside the outskirts of Liaguan, within Liaguan, so we went up in the mountains or down by the river and things like that. So we would set up, and so we had a triage, laboratory, wound care, 3 physicians seeing patients, and so you'd go in, they'd come through triage and they'd get to see patients, whether that was for routine blood pressure maintenance or diabetes maintenance, or if they had different diseases like that that we could help them manage and get them temporary care for. So these people traveled 2 hours just to get to these clinics sometimes. So these older women, you see a 95-year-old hiking in 2 hours just so she can see a physician. We're complaining walking up these hills and they're here barefoot walking on the rocks and everything, and so seeing what they have to get, what they have to go through to get health care is just absolutely shocking. And then to go to a hospital is almost worse than it was to go to the mobile clinics. Instead of here, they would just automatically take care of you, and then they would work out if you had the money to pay for it at a hospital. But there, they gave me an order set, EKG, order set for all these labs, for all these medications, IV fluids, all these things, and gave me these papers and said, you pay for them or go fill these prescriptions so we can give them to the patient. The care you get for them is still the same. How much you love that person or how much love you give to that person is still the same, whether they speak Creole or French or English. They can still feel that when you're taking care of them.
To kick off the school year, UTC Library held an open house on Thursday. The purpose was to inform students on what the library has to offer. Students learned what items could be checked out, like laptops, calculators, video equipment, and much more. The library will also sponsor a series of workshops throughout the semester to ensure students have a successful school year. You must have a valid UTC ID to check out equipment, DVDs, and books. For more information about what the library has to offer, visit the UTC Library or log on to their homepage at utc.edu/library.
Greek life is back underway here on the campus at UTC. Sororities held their rush week followed by bid day last Sunday. Out of almost 400 women who rushed, 318 got bids. This year's Running Out the Doors was held at McKenzie Arena. Fraternities get their turn this weekend.
Staff at Gary, DeCosmo, Bowling, and UC Foundation welcomed their new residents at their housing social Wednesday night. The courtyards were filled with students enjoying games, free pizza, along with many other goodies. Students were encouraged to socialize with other students living in the housing complex. Hope Jones, a new student living in DeCosmo, said the housing social was a great time and she enjoyed making new friends. Bowling resident director JT Taylor discussed the new features freshmen and other students will be able to enjoy on campus.
We also actually just had our washers and dryers done, so I'm really excited about that. They can actually access the washers and dryers through an app to see when they're done, and so I think that makes it a lot easier for them, to know when washers and dryers are open, so I think that's really exciting.
Freshman Elena Heiser is more than happy about her room in Walker.
And I love it because we have our separate bedrooms. I'm an only child, so I've always lived by myself, so having my own bedroom is really nice, and then having 2 bathrooms, and I'm just glad to be away from my parents more than anything.
The complexes will continue to have events like intramurals as well as contests and competition. Students can expect a new resident hall built on the site of the old racquetball courts next year.
That does it for this week's edition of Mocs News. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to check out our videos uploaded throughout the week on YouTube.
We air on the UTC TV Housing Channel 2.1, so tune in and have a great weekend from all of us here at Mocs News.